Good morning, student. So today, section C, data structure. Section C, data structure topic we are going to learn. Data structure is a way to create a logical structure in the memory, so that by creating such logical structure, it is achieving the storage of numerous data values within a minimum space. So, the main intention of data structure is space management. Space management for data storage. Okay. I have given here a simple definition. It is a logical way of storing data, and it also defines mechanism of retrieving data. There are two different types of data structure: linear data structure, non-linear data structure. Linear in the sense sequential arrangement of data. Non-linear in the sense non-sequential. Okay, it may follow some other order. And still the data structure is classified into primitive, non-primitive. Primitive in the sense system defined data structures like integer, real, float, double. So whatever you have already learned, that is called as primitive system defined data structure, basic data structure. Non-primitive, linear and non-linear. So I have told you already, linear is again having static and dynamic. So we learnt already static concept, array. Under dynamic, I am having three different categories of data structure: linked list, stack, queue. Today in this class we are going to learn the non-primitive data structure. Again, linear comes under linear with dynamic configuration. It's called stack. Stack data structure we are going to learn. And in this topic, that is data structure section C topic, we are going to learn four different types of data structure: linked list, stack, queue and tree. And its applications also we are going to learn. So what is the objective of our today's session? To learn stack data structure. Okay. So stack, I told you already, data structure is mainly to manage space management. Okay. So stack is again a memory structure which is similar to a single dimensional array. Yes, it is similar to single dimensional array, but with some restrictions. Here I have underlined those restriction, that is the constraints to be followed for creating stacks data structure. Only one end is open for entry and exit of the data. So what it means, in stack data structure, you can store and retrieve data from only one end. That's the meaning. So this is the first restriction. So for making you to understand, here I have quoted two different real-time examples for the stack. This stack data structure is also behaves like a real-world stack. For example, a deck of cards or a pile of plates. So imagine how will you arrange these plates. The first plate will be placed at the bottom, then the second plate, third plate, fourth plate, so that the last plate will be placed at first. So if you want to retrieve a plate, which plate you will retrieve first? The last plate you will retrieve first. So this is actually the constraint. Stack follows LIFO, last in first out concept. The element which is placed last is accessed first. Okay. And if you want to, one more point, only one end is open for entry and exit of the data. This is one constraint. And the second constraint is no element can be accessed from any middle cell. Yes, of course, if you want to take some middle plates, what do you have to do? You have to keep down all the upper plates and then you can access to that element. That's a important constraint. You have to keep it in your mind. And in the stack we are going to learn two different operations. push operation and pop operation. So push, it is a process of entering an element into the stack. Keep it in mind, the stack contains a pointer. See here, the stack contains a pointer called SP, stack pointer, which keeps track of the topmost element of the stack. And the first operation, what is first operation? Insertion of an element. If you want to insert an element into a stack, you need an operation called push. And while doing this, what do you have to do? The stack pointer has to be incremented to 1 and store the defined element at the position denoted by the stack pointer. And one more important thing you have to check, that is full of. Before push some element into the stack, you have to check whether the stack is full of. If is full of returns the value true, then the situation is called as stack overflow. Okay, so that you can't insert no more element. The next operation is pop. Pop is removing, or otherwise called as retrieving element from the stack. So you can first take out an element. So in this case, what do you have to do? You have to take out the element first at stack pointer and then decrement the pointer by 1. And here you have to check, before accessing an element, what do you have to do? You have to check whether the stack is empty. You have to check whether the stack is empty. If it returns the value, then it is called as stack underflow. There is no element present in the stack, so you don't have access to any element in the stack. So that's all about the basic concepts behind the data structure stack concept. Then you have to know the algorithm. So now I am explaining you an algorithm and also I am showing you a program. So what you have to do, use the algorithm defined for you and trace the program I have shared with you. Manually trace all those things and try to come out with the how trace is inserting and removing element in a stack. Okay, assume some initial values to all the stack pointer and also the elements to be inserted and elements to be accessed, and then manually trace all those things. Okay, now I am explaining you the algorithm. Already I have told you that. Again, see here, algorithm to push an element. So what are all the push is a function name. We need a stack. Yes, array of stack we need a stack and stack pointer. What is the current position of the stack pointer, and also the element to be inserted. This is what you have to pass, input requirement. And first step, before inserting an element, what do you have to do? You have to check for the overflow. Yes, how will you check for overflow? So the stack may have some size. For example, my stack can store 20 elements, then 20 is my size. So if the stack pointer is available in size 20, if the stack pointer is present in 20, which means that the stack is full. So you have to display the user stack overflows, so you can't insert an element. If the stack pointer is not in a last position, so what you have to do? You have to increase the stack pointer by 1, and then now the position. Now in that empty position, you have to insert your own element. So stack of SP is equal to item. Similarly for pop means removing an element. For removing an element, what do you have to do? The stack, you have to check whether the stack is underflow. That is whether the stack is empty. So for that, how you have to check stack pointer is equal to null. If null, you have to display stack overflows. Otherwise, first you have to retrieve the element, keep those element in one particular variable, and decrement the value. SP is equal to SP minus 1. Okay, so this is an algorithm, and here I have shown you the program also. See, program is also given for you. Try to trace this program manually and share your output with me. Thank you.